Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, December 20th, 2025. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies. Right now it's primarily cross-stitching with a little bit of sewing. I have started to do some quilting. I've got some quilt projects lined up. Very excited about that. And I also enjoy paper crafting. I like to do greeting cards, gift tags, gift card holders, treat boxes, that kind of thing. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad that you decided to stop back by and see what I've been up to. This week went much better than last week as far as stitching, although I had one finish and two finishes and one new start. But they're all based on ornaments that I'm making for the kids. And then I worked a teeny tiny bit on Merry Christmas from Hello from Liz Matthews from last year's Jingle Bell, I believe. So I didn't get a lot of variety stitched, although I worked on different things. We had our work party yesterday. I got no stitching done yesterday. It was a lot of fun, though. We had a good time. And yeah, so I'm feeling much calmer this week than I did last week about the ornament situation. And I am starting to feel a little bit of pressure because Christmas is a few days away. Five days away. So feeling a little pressure there. I do have a few more things to shop for. I tootled around this morning, which was fine. It needed to be done. I needed to do the things that I did. Waiting for a painter. We're going to get the house painted. Still hasn't shown up. So I texted my husband. I said, I'm going out into the backyard and call me if he decides to come by. And so I don't know if he's showing up or not. So here I am. That's okay though. I've got plenty to keep me busy. I've got the ornament to finish. I want to finish that today so that I can fully finish them tomorrow and get them ready. And I want to work on their treat boxes. I'm making each of them a little treat box. A little star treat box. And when I say little, it's going to be little. So I need to finish these, and I've got to finish coloring. I've started coloring these things to cut out and go on the treat boxes to kind of gussy them up, make them cute. So that's what I am working on right now. And then it's just wrapping a couple things for my mom, and then wrapping what I'm getting for, what we're getting for my sister, her boyfriend, and my niece and nephew. And that's all that I have left to do for that piece. Oh, I have to get stocking stuffers for my husband. So some of them are coming in the mail today. And then I need to go and buy a couple gift cards and some lottery tickets. So that part of it is done. But my house is a mess. I haven't done my grocery list. I'm working on Monday, but then I'm off until the 5th. So that's good. I'm also looking around. I mean, this morning zipped by. And I'm thinking, you're not going to get as much done when you're off as you think you are, because the day is half gone. And what did you do? You can't really tell exactly what I did. So, but I did do something. I know I did. So anyways, I guess it's just the way that it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with the Merry Christmas. This is the star. Now I had to paste it together because I was struggling with the motif. So I taped it together. I'm struggling with this motif at the very tippy top. I don't know what my problem is, but I'm having a really hard time lining up these little things off of each and making sure that the points are I mean, it's just the points are lining up. It's just not great. And then I noticed over here, I forgot a section. I really wanted this one done by Christmas, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, I suppose it could, but I really don't think that it is. I am stitching this on a 40 count vintage country mocha. I believe it's 40 count. No, 36 count flax linen by Zweigart. What is the called for on this? Did she put it down? $36 count. She did the sizes down here, so it's gonna be about 7 3/4 by 7 1/2. So it's gonna be pretty big, and that's okay. I do like my pillows to typically be a little bit on the smaller side. They're easier to tuck into things, but I think this one's going to be so spectacular. It'll be okay. Okay, so you can see where, oops. And then this is the one here that I've been working on that I really am struggling with. You can maybe see where I've frogged a couple of times. So not, and then I only have one more motif to do over here on this side, and then it'll be ready to be put together. I do love it. I think it's so pretty. I did change the Merry Christmas floss to, I think the called for was more of this rusty red. And I didn't really like that, and so I think I changed it to $4.98. No. Nope. Yeah, I changed it to $38.31. So a little redder, with a little bit of a pink lean to it. I mean, it reads a little pink. But when it's by itself, it definitely looks red. These greens were so muted. I wanted something that was a little more muted as well, but still red. And so that's what I landed on. And I just pulled from my stash. I didn't order anything new. So I worked on that probably Saturday night last week, maybe Sunday. And then I finished these. Okay, so where did I start? I am stitching this from the Advent calendar 2020 from Crocette Gogo, and I want to make these into round ornaments. And I think what I'm going to do, I haven't decided if I'm going to go buy a charm in the first letter of their name, or if I'm going to stitch. I think it depends on how much space I have when I pull out a finishing circle. I'm hoping I can use something that I have in stash and that I don't have to cut it, because that would be a bummer. But I stitched this one. So it's like a little cupcake. So cute. And then I worked on a stocking. And I changed the colors on these. The girls like pink, and so I leaned into the pinks, the mint greens, the teals. And then for the boys, I'm staying with more of the traditional Christmas colors. So I have this one. I think like an initial would look really good right here. So these two were a new start and finish this week. This one was a finish. And then I started this one. And this one is a package. And so that's how far I got. Down here there are stars. There's this is a tree, and then there's another tree on either side of it. The box lid, I think, has stripes, and then it's got some of those floral motifs coming off of either side of the package. Again, I'm not going with the called for. I'm just pulling what I have from my stash that I think will work and going with it. So that's all the stitching I got. It doesn't feel like a lot because it's the same chart, but it's different motifs. So I did get things accomplished. It just is a little misleading. And then these are the colors that I've been pulling from. And then I pulled out the floss from the Hello from Liz Matthews that I just showed you. And I've been pulling floss from there as well. Because these are more of the non-traditional colors with the pinks, the teals, the minty greens, and the others are more the traditional with the truer reds, truer greens. Excuse me. I'm thinking on the edge, especially with the girls, I want to do a glass bead edging around them so they have a little sparkle. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the boys. They might just get some kind of a trim that I have, maybe a pom-pom trim. Haven't quite landed on that yet. I don't think I have any like plain silver beads. That would be like maybe like a 3mm or a 4mm. I don't think I have any like that I could put around, but yeah, so I'm kind of pondering that piece of it. I did order from Amazon some velvet ribbon. I think it's 1/4 of an inch. I'm hoping, if not, it's probably all going to go back. But I ordered it in the bolt, and I'm also concerned about the quality. I ordered all the colors they had, and each bolt was like $4.46. I will link that in my... well, first I'm going to wait till they come in. They'll come in tomorrow. And if I like them, I will link them in my Amazon shop. And if I don't like them, I'm going to send them back and not link them in my Amazon shop. So keep your eyes open for that. So the goal is this weekend to finish the ornaments, and then from there I can move on and just stitch whatever my heart desires. I don't know that I will have a new start for Christmas, although I have been wanting to start this one. So I may start looking to see if I've got the floss and pull the floss and then pick a fabric and kit this and get it ready to go. Excuse me, that there's also this one. So they're both super cute. I really, I might start that. I might just stitch on something that I haven't stitched on in a long time, like the Star Wars piece or Hometown or A Simple Life, or I might just pull out and continue working on a Christmas project. I am hosting and my son's girlfriend wants to come over at 9 a.m., which is perfect. I have no problem with her coming over at 9 a.m. We're usually up. It's not a problem. But that means I'm up and dressed by 9 a.m. and I start dinner. I put the turkey in. I think if it goes in by noon, 11:30 noon, then it's ready when I want it to be ready, which is about 5 in the afternoon. So it just kind of switches how I do things. But being off the 23rd and the 24th and having that time, I can get the house prepped and the food, start working on the food and prepping that. I'm going to do that layered jello again, a lime a lime jello, and then a middle that is white, but it's got pineapple and marshmallows and cream cheese and all kinds of yumminess. And then a little bit of lemon jello is mixed in there too. And then the top layer is a cherry, or you can reverse the green and the red, but it's really pretty and it's delicious. And so I usually make that. It was my aunt's thing that she would make. And when she passed, I just kind of, well, before she passed, I took it over because she's like, it's too much work. I'm like, okay, well, I'll make it. And then I'd call her, and I feel like I tell this story every year. I'd call her and I'd be like, now walk me through this again, because when she's telling me and I've written the notes down, I'm like, this makes no sense. So it's funny when I read my notes from our conversation, I can hear her voice. And, I just, it takes me right back to that conversation, and it just makes me feel close to her. She was my favorite aunt. So, you know, it's nice to still have her with us for the holidays in the form of her jello. So that's good. Okay. Haul. I got quite a few things. Some of my Jingle Bell orders that were physical items have come in, and I picked up the Jingle Bell baubles 2025, and these are all of the ornaments. They're so cute. I love them. This cat here on pink, super cute. And then the snowman over here. These candies are so cute. I think it would be fun to try to make those. I mean, everything is just adorable. Oh, and of course, that on the front. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Where's Teresa Kogut? Teresa Kogut did one too. I'm having a hard time finding hers. Number 10. Oh, okay. This one is Teresa's. Anyways, so I'm glad I picked this up. And then this was super cute. And then on the back, it's got all of the 2026 dates So that was a fun little surprise. And then I picked up the Jingle All the Way fabric. I did a 40 count linen. This is by Lap and Loops. And it's a fun one. So I thought I better pick it up because something is going to look amazing on it. Okay. I did get charts PDF. I don't plan on printing them out, so when I start working on them, I will show them, but I don't have time to go and find all of them and the images, and you know, it's the time of year. But I went ahead and I picked up the physical chart for Sugar. And what they didn't share is a sweet little pocket on the back side. And apparently he's pretty big, and that's okay. And then this was, it's a sewing book. Christmas Townhouse. So this was an exclusive for the Jingle Ball, I believe. And that's the inside. And then I picked up the gingerbread house from last year because I regretted, once it sold out, I regretted not getting it. So I picked it up this year. I liked Nicole Spore's finish on this. She made it into a stuffy and did a very cool thing for the roof with felt. And I kind of think I want to do the same kind of finish rather than make it into a needle book. But, you know, I can change my mind. And then I've been wanting one of these. So this is a nourishing and hydrating lotion bar. It's got coconut oil and shea butter, beeswax, vitamin E, essential oils, and fragrance oils. And it's shaped, it came, I butchered it because of course I pulled it out of the bag, but it came in this nice little glassine bag. It smells pepperminty. But I've been hearing so much about these little lotion bars that I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. And so I picked that up. And I love how it comes in this cute little tin. Super cute. That's all the Jingle Bell haul that came in so far. I did order the snowman pouch with the 3 little critters that go inside of it from Teresa Kogut. That is en route. I feel like I ordered a physical pattern from Hands On Design as well, but I don't recall what that was. So when it shows up, we'll talk about it. I also got my floss fix from Classic Colorworks. And the colors are Ruby Slippers, Sassy Brass, Sea Oats, Sea Shelley, Secondhand Rose, and Secret Garden. So these colors are Ruby Slippers would have been a good red for Merry Christmas on that star pillow. Nice. So I've got that. And then the Holiday Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine came in. And as you can see, there's quite a few things in here that are super cute. There aren't no words. I don't think I tagged this one, but this one's really cute too. And I do want to do some punch needle, but not anytime soon, but this would be a really cute one to punch needle. Okay. Of course, Teresa Kogut. I think that's so cute. If snowflake were kisses, I'd send you a blizzard. I thought that might be cute around Valentine's Day. Maybe change the colors, the blues, to like pinks and reds, maybe. This is a punch needle, and it actually has texture. So the fur on the coat, it's punched out a little bit further than like his fur of the polar bear. So it's very dimensional, and it looks like those are little pearls sewn on as snowflakes maybe coming down around him. And then there's this one. I love it. I'm struggling a little bit with this because that, to me, I feel like it should read joy, but that does not look like a J to me. Please, if you know what that's supposed to be and I'm way off, please let me know. But I love the colors. It's just soft pinks and grays. And I do want to stitch that one because I think it's really pretty. Shakespeare's Peddler. Look, she's got two little rusty jingle bells hanging from the stocking. Jan Hicks creates. Someone is stitching this and they're doing it on a lighter color with more pinks and teals, that like the pastel color palette, and it's super cute. That one is stitched on Iceberg, 36 count Iceberg by Weeks Dye Works. And then Crocette a Gogo. She has such detail. I love her things, her designs. For me, the problem with her designs is that there's so much detail, and the ones that I'm really drawn to are like the samplers, and I'm like, where am I going to put that Christmas sampler that's, 3 feet long? Uh-oh. This little guy. So cute. Cherry Hill Stitchery. I thought this was so unique. It's a stitch toolbox. So she finished it into a little box, and the stitching is the lid that kind of comes down, and it looks like it's soft-sided to me. I mean, I haven't read anything. I just flagged it, and I'll sit down one evening and, once the ornaments are done, and really peruse. And then I thought this one is super sweet. I think Noelle would be really pretty in a variegated red and green floss. And this one by Colonial Merchant Designs. So quite a few projects in there that caught my eye. I'm not going to start all of them. I don't even know if I'll start one of them this year. but it's definitely something to kind of keep in mind. Oh. People are so talented. Okay. Now, the other thing that I bought, okay, so I went through, I'm kind of changing things up in my wall unit in my living room to kind of get my stitching off the floor. So I bought the same kind of basket that fits really nicely into my cubbies on my shelving unit, and it's got all of my whips in there, and new starts I think are out here, kitted projects. But in order to take care of one of those new baskets, I had to go through an old box set and pull out what was in there and make a decision. Well, I found this. It's a birth sampler that I bought when my son was born. And I never started it because I never was in love with it. It has, you know, everything. It's never been opened. So I think this is going to be as a giveaway here in the not too distant future. It's cute, but it's just not exactly what I envisioned. I think I bought it because there wasn't a lot out when I found that, when I had him. And then I found some 28 count even weave. I found this giant count cloth that I'm excited to have. And then I found this fabric, ladybugs. I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm going to do with that. And then I found probably about a yard of this, which is real pretty. So I brought that out. Everything else I pretty much tossed. A skein of white yarn. I kept that. Okay. I think I was talking to friends at work during lunch one day about paint by numbers. I don't know how we got on the topic. I don't know who started the conversation. I chimed in. I said, I've always wanted one of the vintage, like the ones, like one of the very first ones, preferably of like a horse with a like countryside theme. But they're so, if you can find them, they're very expensive. And so I've never really been able to afford one when I have found it. Now, if I found it, I probably could just buy it. It would be fine. But, so then that, you know, the phones listen, and I was scrolling through Facebook and paint by numbers popped up. So I took a chance, and they had all different kinds of themes. But I took a chance, and it's called Number Artist, and I picked the Yosemite theme. This is of the Yosemite Valley floor. This is our favorite place to go to. So far, it's our favorite national park. It is my camp name when I'm at camp. They call me Yosemite. So I thought, I'm going to get this. And I so want to start this, but I feel like if I start it, I'm going to need to work it and finish it. But it came with all the paint you need, paint brushes. I really want to dip in here, but let's take a look. Another chart. I don't understand why. I don't want to take the canvas out of the plastic. what's included: a numbered linen canvas, a reference sheet. That's what that sheet is. A color guide. I don't see my color guide. Oh. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. So beautiful. Color guide. Set of 6 brushes and numbered paint cases. So the brushes are here and the paint cases. I am not being sponsored. This is just something I happened across from my algorithm, and I decided, yes, I'm going to buy it. The brushes, oh, you've got a lot of different kinds of brushes. They look like they're decent quality. So you've got 2 like 1/4 inch flat brushes, and you've got some fine tip brushes. They also said on the advertisement, if you run out of paint or if you need anything, you have plenty to get everything done that you need to. But if you should run out, that you could call them or email them, and they would take care of it. Oh yeah, this is the color guide. You can see all the colors, kind of like our cross stitch keys. So, and then I could take it to work and hang it in my office. And it gives you all the instructions, everything you need. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't quite sure what to expect. This will probably take a really long time to finish, but I want to start it now. I mean, look, the details. Can you see the little numbers? All those little spaces. Those are all different colors. But that's what gives it its depth, right? You know, I'm just buying craft projects like I've got all the time in the world, and I don't work a regular job. So anyway, so that's the trouble I got into, and it came this week, so I'm excited about that. Okay. I think that is it. Yeah, that's it. If you are still with me, thank you so much for sticking it out to the end. I really do appreciate you coming and hanging out with me for a little bit. If you haven't done so already and you're new to my channel, please take a moment if you liked what you saw and hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. You will know that I've read them when I either hit that little heart emoji, like icon, or I'll actually reply to you. I do enjoy the conversations. I do enjoy hearing from you. It really is the bright spot in my day when I see those pop up. Christmas is next week. I cannot believe it. If you celebrate, have a very Merry Christmas. I will be back the Saturday after Christmas, and I am planning on doing a whip parade, and I have got an embarrassingly large amount of whips. So hopefully you will come back to see what I've it's been languishing in my bins. And so that will happen. It'll probably be a little bit longer video. I may have to split it up. We'll see how long it actually takes me to go through all of it. And then what I'll do is the Saturday after the first of the year, I'll go over my kitted projects. And I do need to kind of clean out here and kind of like, I've got a ton of new projects over here. I need to kind of organize and file away and maybe make a plan. I've got stuff over there that is supposed to be my work on this next section, and that bin is full. So I need to kind of rethink all of that and make some changes. And so I will go over all of that the first weekend in January. So that's it. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and until next time, happy stitching. Bye.